Hey, everyone. This is 100 Days of Purpose, and I am Coach Linda. And earlier today, at my normal time, I played yesterday's um, video because hadn't realized that when I was recording it yesterday, it was only recording to YouTube. So I put up that link today. So hopefully you were able to get there, watch that, and you're ready to hit the ground running. So this will be the only time where I come on this late, but I didn't want to do back to back. I didn't want to overpower you. I wanted you to have time to really think about what day 10 was about. Today is day 11. Can you believe it? It just seems like yesterday we started it, right? And here we are already on day 11. And I'm excited about this 100 Days of Purpose because one, it's giving me more clarity. It's helping me visualize some things that I hadn't tried to visualize or hadn't allowed myself to visualize and to understand. And, I want to ask you this question. If you keep doing the same things over and over again and you keep getting the same results, when are you going to do something different? What is it going to take for you to say, enough is enough? What is it going to take for you to make the necessary changes in your life to empower yourself, to make things better, to have that transformed mind that we talk about? You know, to see the greatness that's on the inside of you and actually walk in that and live the excellence that comes with a life of purpose, live the excellence that comes with understanding who you are and who you were made for and who you are able to serve, and not spin your wheels. Get off that hamster wheel. And I'm probably not going to be on long because yesterday I had emergency surgery, oral surgery. And so my mouth is a little bit tender. And so I've been trying not to talk a whole lot because I don't want the air to get in there and all of that stuff. But when are you going to do something differently? When are you going to say enough is enough and actually allow yourself to make a plan that's going to work for you, that's going to transform the way you think, the way you talk, the way you approach life, the way you approach the people in your life? It's one thing to say you're going to do something. It's another thing to take that journey and actually start walking in that path. And recently I had asked a friend, because I keep seeing this number 813, right? And besides it being the date that I was born August 13th. I was like, and because I've been seeing it for months, almost a year, maybe even 2 years now. It just pops up every time I look at, I go to look at the clock, 813. Doing something and there's 813. And 813 is always the number, right? But then there's different variations. I've seen 381, I've seen um 183, so I've seen different versions of it, but mostly it's always 813. And so I asked her, because I don't believe in coincidence. I believe that God will speak to you however he chooses to speak to you, through his word, through a child, through an ant crawling up the wall. And there's just so many ways that I've gotten the message from God. Sometimes it's, in the songs that I'm listening to, a movie that I'm watching. I mean, there's just so many ways that he talks to me, and he gives me some clarity on certain things. And so I knew that this 813 meant something. And I asked my friend, I was like, what does it mean? And when she broke it down to me, all I could do was sit there and read it over and over again with tears in my eyes, because it's exactly the journey that I'm on. It's exactly what I needed. Is the confirmation that I needed, that I am not spinning my wheels, that I'm not going around in circles, that I'm not doing the same thing, but I'm breaking out and I'm setting order to my life, and I'm giving myself direction that would not come to me if I wasn't open to purpose, that would not come to me if I wasn't open to the voice of God, that would not come to me if I was stuck in doing things the same way. And sometimes we're stuck in doing things the same way because we don't know any other way to be. We don't know any other way to show up. We don't know any other way to get things done. And so we keep doing the same things over and over again, and we keep frustrating ourselves. We keep seeing the same disappointments. We keep going around the same people doing the same things and ending up in the same places. And we're wondering why, if I'm supposed to be this significant gift to the world, why am I stuck in these areas? And so when you go through the transitional questions, I ask, what is your pain? Pain means that there's something that needs to occur to stop the pain. There has to be a healing process to stop the pain. And so then the next question is, well, if I'm in pain, what is the resolution? What is the healing process? What is the transformation that I need to go through? And it is not something that I have to create. It is not something I have to make up, but it's something that's already out there. And maybe I'm just going to expound upon it. Maybe I'm just going to make it more excellent. Maybe I'm going to take it to the next level, but I need to understand that the resolution is already there. And if I open myself up to it, and if I'm praying, I'm fasting, I'm seeking God, and I open myself up to it. And if you're not a Christian, then you may have a different process that you go through, but I'm just talking about my process. My process is always going to be prayer. My process is always going to be in the word of God. My process is always going to be to go to my maker, the one who created me, and say, what say you, right? And so when I do that, and I open myself up to him to talk, his ways are much higher than my ways. His thoughts are much higher than my thoughts. So it's not going to be something that's going to be readily for me to understand. It's going to take some time, some process in me, but I have to be open to that process, thus the transformation. I have to be open to the preparation so I can be who I'm supposed to be, and so I can show up in the world the way that I'm supposed to show up. But if I keep doing things the same way, if I keep going over the same mountains and going through the same valleys and going through the same trials and going through the same tribulations and going around the same people that are trying not to do anything, or maybe they're trying to do something, but they're like me, they're stuck in a rut. If I continue to do that, then I'll never get to where I need to go. So isn't it time for us to do something different? Isn't it time for us to awaken ourselves, to shake ourselves and say, enough is enough. Enough is enough. I've been there. I've done that. It's not working. It takes a big person to say something is not working. It takes an even bigger person to say it's not working and I need help. I need somebody to step in. And just like I went to my friend and I was like, what does this mean? And she was able to break it down so that I could grasp it. And I had to take it in bits and pieces because it was so much. I don't even believe that she understood what she was telling me, because I believe that she was telling me through the voice of God. She was telling me through the Spirit of God. She was telling me something that I needed to know. And I haven't had a conversation with her, but I don't even think she really understood what she was opening me up to and what she was bringing to me and what she was putting on the table, because it explained everything. It explained why I'm going through what I'm going through. It explained why at this time I had to do the 100 days of purpose. It explained why I'm getting more focused with my business. I'm getting more focused with my life. I'm getting more focused with my finances. I'm getting more focused. It made sense. There must be order. And order does not come if you keep the chaos. You've got to set order. And so I don't know who I'm talking to. I don't know who this is for, because this is not what I had planned on doing today. Today I was going to talk about something totally different, but when I was like, okay, what time is it? Let me go on. This is what came into my spirit. And so this is what I'm saying. Enough is enough. Stop doing stuff that's not working. And be a bigger person to say, you know what, it's not working. And an even bigger person that says, you know what, it's not working and I need help. And I'm not afraid to say, I need help, and get the help that you need so you can do great things. I'm Coach Linda, Pastor Linda to some, author Linda to others. But I want you to have a blessed day. I want you to have a prosperous day. I want you to be encouraged in whatever you're going through. This is not the end of your story. It is not the end of your story. And if you are on the hamster wheel, it's time to get off. It's time for you to step off that hamster wheel and let's do what we were made and created to do. I'll talk to you soon. See you again tomorrow at 9 a.m. Lord say the same. I'm going to be on at 9 a.m. And then hopefully some of you guys can catch the 1 o'clock sermon. I'm going to bring the word. I don't know if it's going to be a long word. Like I said, I had this thing and I'm trying not to do a whole lot of talking, but I'm going to deliver the word as the God has given me. If you are not following New Life Ministries, um, on Facebook, look it up. If you look on my profile, you will see the little link. You can actually click that link. It says Senior Pastor of New Life Ministries. You can click that link. It'll take you to the page. Follow that page, because that's where all my sermons are. That's where all my Bible studies are. Anytime I go live for the church, that's where I go live. So hopefully you will catch it and catch a word from the Lord and be encouraged and walk in newness of life, because that's what it's all about. It's about getting off of that wheel, getting unstuck and moving forward. Talk to you soon. I'm outie.